Let's consult my script. We have, blanking on all three of the names. That's how camera shy I am, even though I am definitely on a first name basis with all of them. We're just gonna cover them up for right now though, because I look a little bit immature. This is going to be the first of many of my study abroad series. The first few days were such a blur, I barely had time to check in with my camera, but what I did have time to check in with is my journal. And so a lot of the narration that you're going to be hearing throughout this video comes straight from my diary. Throughout this series, I'm going to be going to Florence, Italy. I go to Naples, I go to Barcelona, I go to Edinburgh, a lot of very popular study abroad destination places. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, definitely subscribe. Many more Oxford specific videos to come as well, because that's where I studied abroad, and I hope you enjoy.
Fasten your seatbelts. Next stop is London Heathrow Airport.
Oxford is about a 40-minute drive from London Heathrow Airport. Super easy to get from Oxford to London by train or by bus. In this instance, we got super lucky. We had a car, and my friend's mom was willing and brave enough to actually drive us to Oxford, even though driving is the complete inverse there.
Can you turn left on the airplane? I'm sorry, I farted, y'all. I don't know what that. Oh yeah, it's bad. I'm so excited I'm here.
Aww. We arrived at our Airbnb about 3 p.m. and the sun was already on its way out. This is not real. And I've always known that the UK doesn't get much sun, but I was shocked just how little sunshine I experienced that day. We dropped our bags off and hopped back into the car to lay our eyes on the University of Oxford for the first time. And I want to read something I wrote about the city the first time I actually experienced it. So here it goes. My first impression of Oxford. I didn't know it then, but the first time I breathed a penny of air in Oxford, I was standing dead in the city center, surrounded by buildings older than the country I came from. I didn't expect such uniformity in the architecture to inspire such vibrance within me. The sky was black. I don't remember a time I've ever seen a black sky in America, but I liked it. As my eyes descended from the sky, they fell on masterpieces of Gothic structures, all shades of brown and golden and eggshell blue. Gargoyles and spires lined every building, more so daring me than welcoming me to enter the buildings that have housed centuries of the world's most insatiable minds. For the first time, I stood in a city that felt like you couldn't escape the art if you tried. I made a mental note to budget 10 extra minutes of walking time to my tutorials to account for all of the breaks I would take just to marvel at the carvings of stone that seemed to swallow the city whole. I felt a sense of overwhelm by the desire to observe everything, but not just to observe it, to understand its origin and its individual purpose to the centuries of bystanders that had noticed it before me. For the first time, I agreed that humans are a product of their circumstances. If you put them in a place full of distractions, they will surely be distracted. If you put them in a city filled with art, they will want to make art. I wondered who I would have been if I had grown up in a place without distraction. If I didn't grow up in a post-Cold War classroom where we were taught that STEM jobs were the only viable career options that make the world a better place. And who's to say they don't teach that here too? But I looked around me, I looked at the first level of the buildings, businesses clustered together, each with their own eclectic fonts, window trims, door colors, and all of those other whimsical details. And I knew that there was a level of intrinsic art, the permission to be beautiful despite its inconvenience to the pocket, the shared understanding that humans deserve little moments of marvelousness. That sentiment exists here and is shared among all its inhabitants, and it does not exist where I come from. To summarize, I fell in love with Oxford and its decadence, but I quickly developed a deep admiration for the people surrounding the city that have done their part to keep the city feeling so attended for that I could feel the love and care and attention the first time I breathed a penny of air in the city center. I wonder if whenever people walk past us and they hear that we have American accents that they're like, oh, exotic, fun.
No.
Because I know, that's, oh my gosh, what is that? Bird and Blend Tea Company, we have to go there, okay? It's a tea shop.
Oh.
They don't have tea shops like that in Texas. Look at that, medieval castle, bruh.
For real. We're almost there.
Okay.
But
Do we have to be like careful?
Why is this like...
Okay, vlog. We're walking down Queen's Lane right now. This is what my British accent sounds like a day in the city. We don't know the crime activity here. We're just walking down an alleyway.
If we could like, if you were just in New York, Austin's not policed at all.
Yeah, that's so true. We'll be fine. Look at that little door. They made that door for real elves, I bet. I wonder if they have DoorDash here. Okay, where are we going? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is really terrible though.
Okay, what should we do?
Cigarette.
I fell in love with the city so fast. The first things I noticed was the frost sticking to the roofs of the home despite no snow on the ground, and it added such a magical touch to the atmosphere, as well as the moss that grew on most of the buildings and the homes. I felt like I was in the middle of a picture book, the kind you read to your itty-bitty children, and the characters living in all the homes are not human but rabbits and frogs and wise turtles. There is truly no emphasis on food in the UK, and even the grocery stores seem to take away my appetite. In America, you walk into a grocery store and leave with more things than you came there for, but the opposite was true for me in the UK. For example, I went into Sainsbury for a cookie, and I saw that they actually call their cookies digestives, and decided Biscoff would be my best bet.
Biscoff. Okay, see, that's what you were talking about.
Yes, I feel like your dad didn't believe me.
I like almost didn't believe you.
Hobnobs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure. What do you need?
Just to hear, like, I don't need any attachment. So super late that night, we had dinner at a place called Cafe Ethos. And as we were eating, I noticed I couldn't hear anyone else talking around me despite witnessing all of their lips moving. And I realized that life just kind of feels quieter in the UK. My American roots were very uncomfortable by the idea of being raised to be quiet despite the discontent with your circumstances. Don't get me wrong, there's something beautiful about the ability to find peace living a small life. I just found it interesting how deeply it contrasts with where I'm from. In America, you are literally raised to be dissatisfied with your circumstances and your social caste and your bank account, and you're supposed to channel this dissatisfaction into innovation, which will help both you and America in the long run. And it's only whenever I existed in another country that I realized how human it is to have a restless soul, yet only in America you are raised to believe that you can do something about it. So.
Benjamin Bright. Are you Benjamin Bright? It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good.
the one that you've all been waiting for. We finally were able to check into our accommodations. And so we stopped by the abroad office early in the morning and picked up our keys. And look how medieval the keys they gave us were. Like, Oxford really is that old. This was the first day I met my roommates, and we got so lucky. I just have to say, God was looking out for me. My entire life, I dreamed of studying abroad. And here I was with my childhood best friend in a house that was built in 1870. Let me say that again. This house was built in 1870. And like most people be like, damn, I don't want to live in a house that old. I want to live in a house that old. Okay. We had the top floor all to ourselves with our rooms right across from each other. Here's a quick little room and view tour, but I was pleasantly surprised with how big it was. There was lots of storage space, but I literally have PTSD looking at these sheets because I just know way too many people have used those from years past. Pro tip. Buy new sheets if they give you sheets. Like, I cannot believe that I slept in sheets that I was not familiar how old they were at all. I just knew they were old. I can't think about it. Moving on. We could not help ourselves but to tour the neighborhood where my friend and I would be living for the next couple months. And this neighborhood is none other than Jericho. And I might be biased, but I can confidently say now that Jericho is the best place to live in all of Oxford. We got so incredibly lucky with our accommodation. We got a standalone house, first of all, in a sea of terraced homes. In Jericho, there's a main street with all of the businesses. We were literally the houses one block behind it. Jericho is one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Oxford, so we got to live where like all of the super posh people lived, and it was such a cool experience to be in a neighborhood that I otherwise would probably never afford to be able to live in. And if you don't believe me how posh this neighborhood is, Emma Watson lives here. Okay, Emma Watson did live in my neighborhood, and she frequently visited this restaurant called the Rickety Press. It was literally a stone's throw from our house. No, seriously, I bet that if I stood from Presley's window and I threw a stone, I could hit the Rickety Press sign. And then super early the next morning, we were running late to the Convocation House to be inducted into the Bodleian Library. You have to get inducted to be able to use it. We cut it so close to missing it, which was a really big deal. They told us if you do not make it, there's not going to be another opportunity to get inducted. They're not going to hold a whole new ceremony for you. We cut it so close, they were literally shutting the door. I still have blood on the ballet flats that I was wearing because I was wearing them for the first time. Stupid. Hey me, stupid. That is how deeply they were cutting into me. I did not care because I was not going to miss the Bodleian Library induction. Not me, no.
Well, the best place to keep her is here, so we are guarding this place for posterity. But let us go inside and better room. Welcome to Convocation.
That was crazy. I can't believe we made it.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
They made us swear an oath that we wouldn't commit any acts of treachery against the school or the Bodleian libraries.
Please repeat after me. I hereby undertake.
I hereby undertake.
Okay, very good. Not to remove from the library.
Not to remove from the library.
Thank you. Or to mark.
Or to mark.
Deface.
Deface.
Or to injure in any way.
Or to injure in any way.
Very good, thank you. Any volume.
Any volume.
Document.
Document.
Or other object.
Or other object.
Belonging to it.
Belonging to it.
Or in its custody.
Or in its custody.
Then you guys are very good. Now, very important. Not to bring into the library.
Not to bring into the library.
Or kindle therein.
Or kindle therein.
Not the other kindle. Any fire or flame.
Any fire or flame.
Okay, now we need to change this. This is a self-stipulation. And not to smoke in the library.
And not to smoke in the library.
And this is very important, and I promise to obey.
And I promise to obey
All the rules of the library.
all the rules of the library.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank Thank you for being so absolutely lovely, and welcome to the Bodleian on a cold, crisp day.
And afterwards, we got our bod cards, and it was a really magical day. I was just so pleasantly surprised and deeply inspired by the people that were in my program. I felt like the luckiest person in the world to have the opportunity to get to know these people. As you can see, I just filmed so much architecture because I found it so contrasting with where I grew up in Houston. I've searched far and wide for cafes and streets and neighborhoods that feel otherworldly or like they existed in another time. Those places are pretty few and far between in the South, but in Oxford, I felt like I couldn't escape the magic of the community. I felt a deep sense of nostalgia for the dilapidation occupying the city, even though I'm 22 years old and all I've ever known is modernity. Oh, and that night there was a welcome party at the abroad office to welcome all the kids that were studying abroad. The first conversation that I ever had with someone in the program was this man named Julio.
She's my best friend. You mess with her, you mess with me. You mess with me, you mess with her. You mess with us, you better pray and run.
He was a native Italian. Yes, mama. And we instantly hit it off. Like, I did not expect to have such cool people in the program. We immediately started talking about American versus Italian stereotypes. He made me laugh so hard. He spoke like 4 languages and it was just so cool. Like, me realizing that I wasn't just gonna meet a bunch of cool British people, I was gonna meet people from all over the world that were like so much more cultured than I was. It was deeply inspiring.
Oh my God! Linguarium Leviosa.
I hope you enjoyed this first of many to come. I'm just so happy to finally share it with friends and family and maybe other people that are watching this video. Yeah, lots more to come. So like and subscribe. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. Pip pip cheerio. Pip pip cheerio. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more Oxford content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Pip pip cheerio.